into a story that feels like it was ripped straight from a wild TV script, but it's not. We're talking about a huge reality TV star, a faked robbery, and a trail of clues left in literally the most obvious place you could ever imagine.
So that's the big question, right? How on earth does a public figure, someone who lives their life in front of the cameras, get caught in a lie that seems like it was designed to fail from the start? Let's break down this absolute masterclass in what not to do.
All right, so at the heart of this whole mess is Dr. Wendy Osefo from the hit show Real Housewives of Potomac and her husband, Eddie. The two of them were just recently booked for fraud, and you can imagine the news sent total shockwaves through the entire reality TV universe. And look, the reporting on this has been absolutely brutal. Sources are already calling it one of the dumbest crimes committed in 2025. And honestly, once we get into the details, you're going to see exactly why. It is wild.
Okay, so to really get what's going on with these charges, we have to rewind the clock. It all starts with their story to the police last year, a story that begins with a fancy vacation and a very, very unfortunate event, or so they said. So on the surface, their story seemed pretty simple. They go on this nice vacation to Jamaica. While they're gone, they claim their house gets broken into. They get back, they file a police report, and then, of course, they file an insurance claim for a whole list of stolen luxury items. I mean, it all seems plausible enough, right? And they weren't claiming small stuff was stolen. We're talking seriously expensive goods. Designer clothes, rings, all kinds of jewelry, and the real big-ticket item, a Birkin bag. I mean, we're talking about items worth thousands and thousands of dollars, making that insurance claim incredibly juicy. But, as you might have guessed, their story did not hold up for long. So let's get into how this supposedly perfect crime story just completely started to fall apart, piece by unbelievable piece. You know, in a world where we post everything online, where do you think investigators looked first? Not at some complex DNA evidence or high-tech forensics. Nope, they went straight to Dr. Wendy's own social media accounts. It was such a rookie mistake, and it was about to bring the whole thing crashing down.
Okay, get this. According to the AIV team report, investigators were just scrolling through her vacation posts, and they saw something unbelievable. She was literally wearing pieces of the exact same jewelry she reported stolen while she was on the trip in Jamaica. The burglary was supposedly happening back home at that exact moment. The evidence was just sitting there, hiding in plain sight.
But wait, because wearing the stolen jewelry on vacation was just part one of this story. If you think that's audacious, just hold on. It gets even crazier. So, investigators allege this was a two-part scheme. First, you file the insurance claim to get a big check for all your stolen designer clothes. Okay, but then, and this is truly next-level stuff, they also allegedly took those exact same clothes back to the stores and returned them for a cash refund. They were trying to get paid twice for the same stuff. Now, as completely shocking as this case is, it's actually not a one-off thing. This story is just the latest chapter in a really bizarre and troubling trend that people have started calling the Bravo to prison pipeline.
So what exactly is this pipeline? Well, it's a term that describes this crazy pattern we keep seeing, where stars from the Real Housewives franchise find themselves tangled up in serious criminal charges, usually for things like fraud and other money crimes. It really makes you wonder about the insane pressure they feel to look wealthy on camera.
And I mean, the pattern is just undeniable. You've got Jen Shah from Salt Lake City, who is in prison right now for fraud. There have been cast members from New Jersey who face similar charges. And now Dr. Wendy is just the latest name added to this list. It's a pattern that's become impossible to ignore. And it kind of points to this culture where the line between TV drama and real-life crime gets dangerously blurry. So after all that, what actually happens now? What are the real consequences when a celebrity couple's life and their alleged lies are put on display for the whole world to see?
It's the big question, right? Why would they risk everything? Their reputations, their careers, their actual freedom? Well, we can't know for sure, but the most logical answer that insiders are pointing to is a pretty simple one: money problems. The pressure to keep up that lavish reality TV lifestyle is enormous, and it can push people to make some really desperate choices.
You know, this story is about so much more than just one alleged crime. It's about fame, it's about pressure, and the really shocking choices people can make. So I have to ask you, what do you think about all this? Put yourself in their shoes for a second. Would you do the same thing? Let me know what you think down in the comments.
And hey, if you found this interesting and want more explainers like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support really does motivate me to bring the best content for you.